dear learners. Welcome back to JISH Learn English Podcast. I am Shaelyn. It's really nice to have you here again.
And I am Jim. We're happy you're here today. Thank you for listening.
And if you enjoy our podcast, and if it is helpful for you, please like this episode and subscribe to our channel. It supports us a lot.
Yes, it really does. Thank you so much. So, Shaelyn, how are you today?
I'm good, Jim. Thank you. A little busy, but happy to be here. How about you?
I'm doing well, too. A simple day. Nothing special, but I'm feeling good.
That's nice.
And how are you all today, dear listeners? We hope you're doing well, feeling calm, and ready to learn with us.
Today, we're talking about transportation.
Transportation? What does that mean? And when we say transportation, what is included in that?
Transportation simply means how we travel from one place to another, like cars, buses, trains, metro, taxis, bicycles, all the ways we move around in daily life.
Ah, I see. That makes sense. All the ways we move from one place to another. So, Shaelyn, which one do you like to use? How do you like to travel?
I usually like taking the metro.
The metro, huh? By the way, is there any American and British English difference for this word, metro?
Yes, a small one. In American English, people usually say subway. In British English, people often say underground or tube. Metro is also used, and many people understand it, but subway and underground are the more common words in the US and the UK, respectively.
Ah, got it. So people understand metro, but subway and underground are more common in the US and the UK. So Shaelyn, why do you like the metro? Is there any special reason?
Yes, there is a small reason. I like the metro because it's simple. I don't have to think too much. I just get in, sit or stand, and it takes me exactly where I need to go. And there's no traffic. That's the best part.
Traffic. Yeah, that reminds me. Today I came to the studio by bus, and oh wow, there was so much traffic. The bus was moving so slowly. I think even a person walking could go faster.
Really? That sounds tiring. Morning traffic can be so frustrating sometimes.
It was. I was just sitting there looking at the window thinking, please move just a little bit.
I understand. Some days are like that. The road is full, everyone is rushing, and everything feels slow.
Yeah, exactly. But I still like the bus. It's easy, and I don't have to drive.
True. And sometimes the bus ride can feel relaxing if the traffic is kind to you.
Yeah, that's true. A good bus day feels nice. So, Shaelyn, you like to travel by metro. But tell me, which transportation do you really not like, and why?
If I have to choose one, I think I don't really like very crowded buses. Not the bus itself. The bus is fine, but when it's too crowded, it becomes a little uncomfortable for me. There's no space to stand, everyone is close, and it feels a bit stressful. So that's the one situation I try to avoid when I can. So Jim, I shared mine. I like to travel by metro, and I don't like crowded buses. I mean, buses when they are too full. What about you? How do you usually travel every day?
Me? Well, I usually take the bus. It's simple for me. I just walk to the bus stop near my home, wait a few minutes, and that's it. Some days it's fast, some days it's slow, but most of the time it's okay for me. And I like looking outside the window while the bus moves.
That sounds nice, Jim. And which one do you not like? Is there any type of transportation you try to avoid?
Yeah, I don't really like very busy trains. When the train is full and everyone is standing close, I feel a little uncomfortable. So if I can, I try not to take trains during rush hour.
Rush hour? What's that?
Oh, rush hour simply means the busy time of the day, usually morning and evening, when many people are traveling to work or going back home. So the buses and trains are always more crowded at that time.
Ah, I see. So, Jim, you said you take the bus to come here to the studio. Is your commute long? How long does it take you to reach here? And I have so many questions today. Last one. Does taking the bus save you time?
It's okay. I like your questions. So, my commute is not too long. It usually takes about 25 to 30 minutes to reach the studio. And yes, most days the bus saves me time. I don't have to drive, I don't have to look for parking. I just sit, relax, and wait until I reach.
That sounds easy and comfortable. So, do you take the bus every day, or do you use any other transport too?
Most days, yes, I take the bus. But sometimes, if I'm running late, I take a taxi. It's faster, but a little expensive. So the bus is my usual choice.
So today we learned a lot about our travel choices. I like the metro, but I don't enjoy crowded buses. And you, Jim, you usually take the bus, but you don't like busy trains during rush hour.
Yep, that's true. So, Shaelyn, how about flights? Have you traveled by flight before?
Yes, I have. Not many times, but a few. And honestly, it feels exciting every time.
Same here. So, how was your experience? Do you remember anything from your flight travel to share with us?
Oh, yes. I remember my first flight very clearly. I was a little nervous, but also very happy. When the plane took off, my stomach felt funny, like a small jump. But after that, it was calm. I looked out of the window and saw the clouds. It was beautiful. That moment stayed with me. And now I'm curious about you. You asked me, so let me ask the same. Have you traveled by flight before? What about you? What's your experience like?
Oh yeah, I've traveled by flight a few times, not a lot, but enough to remember some funny and some stressful moments.
Right.
Honestly, I love the feeling of being at the airport, that mix of excitement and nervousness. Seeing people from everywhere, hearing different languages, it feels like the world becomes bigger and smaller at the same time.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But the flight itself, well, I don't love takeoff. My stomach does not agree with it.
Oh, really?
And once, during landing, the plane shook a little, and I grabbed the seat so tightly that my knuckles turned white. The person next to me laughed gently and said, "It's okay, it's just the wind."
Oh, wow.
But I also remember something sweet. One time, a small kid in the next seat kept asking me questions like, "Are we in the air now? Are we falling? Why is the wing moving?" And by the end, he told his mom, "This uncle saved me." I still laugh when I remember that.
That's really sweet.
So yeah, flights are a mix of scary and beautiful for me. And what about you all listening? Have you traveled by flight before? How was the experience? Think about it for a moment. Was it exciting, scary, or fun? Now, Shaelyn, tell me one thing. Do you know how to ride a bicycle?
Yes, I do. I learned when I was a kid. I was a little scared at first, but once I learned, I really enjoyed it.
Okay, so you know how to ride, but do you now ride a bicycle? Or not really?
Not really. I don't ride much these days. I think I've become a little lazy. But I still like bicycles. They feel light and simple.
What about you, Jim? Do you ride a bicycle very often or just sometimes?
Just sometimes. I don't ride every day, but when I feel I'm getting a bit fatty, I start cycling in the morning again. It's healthy, The air feels fresh, and it wakes me up. Even 20-30 minutes of cycling makes me feel good.
Wow, maybe I should also start cycling. It sounds healthy and relaxing. But Jim, now we've talked about so many things: bus, train, flights, metro, bicycle, taxi. What about ferry or boat? Have you ever traveled by ferry or boat?
Yes, I have. A few times, actually. I once took a small ferry to cross a river. It was slow, peaceful, and the water looked beautiful. And one time, I took a bigger boat on a holiday. It was really fun. The air was cool, the view was open, and it felt different from all other transport. But I get a little scared when the boat moves too much. Still, I enjoy it when the water is calm.
Oh, that sounds nice, Jim. And yes, I've also traveled by ferry, but only when I was a kid. I remember going with my grandmother. It was a small ferry, and we were crossing a lake. I was holding her hand the whole time because I was a little scared. But she kept telling me, "Look at the water. It's beautiful." And I remembered the sunlight on the water. It looked like small stars. That memory stayed with me. It was calm, simple, and very special.
That's a really beautiful memory, Shaelyn. Moments like that stay with us for a long time. Now, let me ask you about something different. What about motorbikes? Do you like traveling on a motorbike?
Not really. I can sit on a motorbike, but I don't feel very comfortable. It feels too fast for me, and the wind hits my face. I get a little nervous. So I don't prefer motorbikes much.
I understand. Motorbikes are fun, but they can feel a little scary too. I sometimes travel on a motorbike with a friend. And yes, the wind is strong and the road feels very close. But it's also quick. And in traffic, it saves a lot of time. Still, I think it's not for everyone.
All right. Jim, I think today we really covered a lot of transportation. Buses, trains, the metro, flights, bicycles, boats, even motorbikes. So now, let's learn some easy, useful verbs people use to talk about transportation.
Great idea. These are the phrases we use in real life, right?
Exactly. Simple, everyday phrases. Okay, let's go through them together, but in a natural way.
All right, I'm ready.
The first one is take. We say take a bus, take a taxi, take a train. Jim, how do you come to the studio?
I take the bus almost every day.
Next is catch. We use it when we hurry to get a bus or train before it leaves. For example, I need to catch the 8 a.m. bus.
Oh yes, I say this a lot. I'm running late. I hope I can catch the bus.
Then we have miss. If the bus goes before you reach it, you say, I missed the bus.
And that's the worst feeling. You see the bus leaving, and you know it's gone.
Next is ride. We ride a bicycle, ride a scooter, ride a motorbike.
I ride my bicycle in the morning sometimes.
Then we have drive. We drive a car.
Easy and simple.
Another common one is walk. I walk to school. I walk to work.
I like walking when the weather is nice.
Then there's commute. It means the daily travel for work or school.
Like, my commute is 30 minutes.
Exactly. For buses, trains, and metro, we use get on and get off. I get on the train at Main Station. I get off at Central Park.
Yes, you don't say enter the bus. You say get on the bus.
And for cars or taxis, we say get in and get out of. I got in the taxi. I got out of the car.
Wait, Shaelyn, there's one thing I always want to check. what's the real difference between get in versus get on and get out of versus get off? Sometimes learners get confused.
Ah, good question. Many learners ask this. It's actually very simple. When the vehicle is small and you sit inside it, we say get in, enter the small space, go inside the vehicle. Get out of, leave that small space, come outside. So cars, taxis, small vans, we use these. But when the vehicle is big and you can stand or walk inside it, we say get on, step onto the bus, train, metro, plane, or boat. Get off, step out of it.
Oh, that makes sense. Small ones get in and get out of because you go inside a small space. Big ones get on and get off because you step onto or off something bigger.
Exactly. Easy and clear.
Now that we'd talked about all types of transportation, Shaelyn, what about the problems? Because for me, traveling is never perfect. Something always happens.
True. Every day there is some little problem. Like this morning, my friend called me and said, "I'm late. The bus left without me again."
You know, traveling is fun, but sometimes it can be tricky. One thing I notice every day is I miss the bus so often.
Really? Every day?
Yes, it's like the bus has a secret plan to leave just when I arrive. I run, I wave, but it just keeps going. And I'm standing there, a little out of breath, feeling, a little defeated, I guess.
I know that feeling. Sometimes I wait, and when the bus comes, oh no, it's already full, or it goes without me. Suddenly, your morning feels heavier, even before you start working.
Exactly. And then there are the days when I take the metro, and it's a human sandwich. Everyone is so close, I can barely move my arms, and you just stand there hoping no one bumps into you too hard.
Oh yes, those crowded metros in the morning. I remember holding my bag tight, trying to balance myself and thinking, please, don't fall, don't fall.
And traffic. Traffic is another story. This morning, my bus barely moved for 10 minutes. 10 minutes, sitting there staring at the same car in front of me. I thought, maybe I should just get out and walk. But then you remember the bus will eventually move, hopefully.
Traffic really tests our patience. Sometimes it feels like a meditation exercise. You sit, breathe, and hope. And trains, they can be tricky too. You go to the station expecting your train, and then you see the board, delayed. 20 minutes, 30 minutes, and suddenly your plan is upside down.
Yeah, and everyone on the platform shares that feeling. The group sigh, you look at other people, they are tired, annoyed, a little frustrated. It's a quiet, shared chaos.
And taxis, oh yes. When you need a cab, sometimes there's just nothing. You check all around, you wait, and none come.
Especially when it rains. Then the city seems empty of taxis. You look left, right, everywhere, nothing. And everyone else is thinking the same thing. Where is the next cab?
Yes, and sometimes in the rain, people start running to the same car, and it feels like a little race. Rain magically makes travel more complicated, but also a little adventurous.
Exactly. All these small problems, they can be annoying, yes, but they are part of daily life. They also give stories to tell.
Yes, every bus you miss, every crowded metro, every traffic jam, it becomes a little story. And when we talk about them in English, we can share our experiences with others and even laugh a little.
Yes,
Those little stories make traveling more interesting. But now, Shaelyn, I'm curious about something else. We've talked about all the transport types, the fun, the problems, but what about the prices and how easy they are to use?
Yes, that's a very practical part of traveling. Because sometimes it's not just about which transport you like. It's also about what's easy and what's affordable.
Exactly. For example, buses. Do you think the bus is cheaper for you, Shaelyn?
Yes, buses are usually cheaper. I don't spend too much money, and they go almost everywhere. But sometimes they are slow or crowded, so you pay less, but it's not always comfortable.
Right, and the metro. Very fast, but do you think it's convenient?
Yes, the metro is usually very convenient. It comes often, it's faster than buses, and you don't get stuck in traffic. But it can get very crowded in the mornings and evenings, so convenience is a little mixed.
And now apps like Uber or other taxi apps, do you like using them?
Yes, sometimes I do, especially when I need to go somewhere quickly or when buses and trains are not easy. It's comfortable, but a little more expensive than the bus or metro.
Exactly. So we can see every transport has its own price and convenience. Sometimes you pay less, sometimes you pay more, and you decide what's best for the moment.
Yes, and it's also nice to think about what you enjoy while traveling. Comfort, speed, price, and maybe even a little adventure.
Yes, every transport has its own price and convenience. Sometimes quick, sometimes cheap, sometimes comfortable. It depends. But now, Shaelyn, tell me something. Do you like riding your own vehicle or using public transport?
Okay, first, let me explain for our listeners. When I say public transport, I mean buses, trains, metro, things that everyone can use. And when I say riding a private vehicle, I mean things like driving your own car, riding a motorbike, or even using a bicycle that belongs to you. For me personally, I usually prefer public transport.
Ah, that makes sense. So you get to just sit and maybe even read a little while traveling.
Exactly. I can listen to music, watch the city go by. It's a little quiet time for me.
For me, I like a mix. Sometimes I take public transport if it's crowded or slow, but if I need to go quickly or carry something, I prefer my own bike or a car. It gives me more control and freedom.
Yes, I understand that. Private transport can feel easier in some ways, but public transport is usually simpler and cheaper.
Yes, that makes sense. Sometimes private transport is faster or more comfortable, but public transport has its own advantages. And now, Shaelyn, I have another question. Have you ever used any ride services like Uber, Ola, or other apps? How was your experience?
Oh, yes, I have. I usually use them when I need to go somewhere quickly or if the bus and metro are not convenient. It's very comfortable and you don't have to wait too long.
Right, and I think they are very practical. You can check the price before you go, see where the car is, and even track it on your phone. It's kind of easy, but sometimes a little expensive compared to a bus or metro.
Exactly. And sometimes during peak hours or heavy traffic, the price can go up a lot. But overall, it's very convenient if you need comfort or speed.
Yes, and for me, I like using it sometimes, especially if I'm carrying something heavy or going somewhere new. It saves a lot of stress.
I agree. It's not something I use every day, but for certain situations, it's really helpful.
So we see every transport has its time and place. Public transport for routine, private transport or apps when you need flexibility or comfort.
Yes, I agree, Jim. Ride services like Uber are really helpful sometimes, but public transport is still very useful for daily travel. Private transport is comfortable, but it can be more expensive or stressful in traffic. So, we've really talked about a lot today. Buses, trains, metro, flights, bicycles, ferries, motorbikes. We also shared the problems we face, talked about convenience, prices, and even apps.
Yes, I think our listeners now know almost everything about traveling.
I hope so. But now, let's think a little about the future. What do you expect from the future of transport, Jim?
Good question. I think I'd like faster, cleaner, and maybe more comfortable transport. Imagine buses or trains that are always on time, not crowded, and eco-friendly.
Yes, that would be wonderful. I also hope we have more safe ways to ride bicycles or scooters, and maybe more apps that make traveling easier for everyone.
And maybe self-driving cars, too. You could relax while the car takes you somewhere.
That would be interesting. I hope the future of transport is also more connected, so you can easily switch from a bike to a metro to a bus, all smoothly.
Yes, less stress, more convenience, and still affordable for everyone.
Exactly. And I think if we have all that, traveling will be a little more fun and a little less stressful. It's exciting to imagine.
All right, Shaelyn, we've talked a lot about different transport, problems, and even the future. Now I think it's time to teach our learners how to ask someone about transportation. Because in real life, you often want to know how others travel, right?
Exactly. Asking someone about their travel habits is very common. It's a nice way to start a conversation, too.
So let's try some examples. Shaelyn, if I want to know what you like, what can I ask?
You could ask, do you like traveling by bus? Or do you like taking the metro? Or even, do you enjoy riding a bike?
Ah, yes, simple and easy to remember. And then you can follow up, like, which do you prefer, bus or train? Or do you prefer driving or taking public transport?
Exactly. And for a more personal touch, you can ask, what's your favorite way to travel? Or do you prefer the metro or the bus? It makes the conversation flow naturally.
Right. And if you want to know about someone's daily travel, you can ask, how do you usually travel every day? Or how do you get to work? Even how do you get to school? And if you want a short answer, what do you take to commute? Or do you use public transport?
Perfect. And don't forget about frequency. You can ask, do you take the bus every day? Or how often do you use the metro? And for drivers, do you drive often?
Yes, and the nice thing is you can mix and match these questions. Start with something simple like, do you like the metro? Then ask, how do you get to work? And finish with, do you take it every day? That's a natural conversation in real life.
Exactly. And you can use your own experiences too while asking. Like, I usually take the bus, but sometimes I take the metro. What about you?
Yes, that makes it friendly and easy to reply. Listeners, this is how you can start a real conversation about transportation, just like we do.
All right, listeners, before we finish today, let's learn some words we can use to describe transportation.
Yes, sometimes I know what I feel, but I don't know the right words.
Don't worry, we'll go slowly. For example, how would you describe the metro this morning?
Oh, it was crowded.
Exactly. Crowded means there are so many people, it's hard to move.
Yes, I could barely hold my bag.
And what about comfortable?
Comfortable. Like a bus with soft seats?
Yes. Comfortable means you feel relaxed, it's easy to sit or stand, and if it's the opposite, hard seats or too much pushing, we say uncomfortable.
Yes. That crowded metro this morning was definitely uncomfortable.
Exactly. And now money words.
Yes, cheap and expensive.
Right. Cheap means it doesn't cost much. Expensive means it costs a lot. So the bus is usually cheap, and a taxi or Uber can be expensive.
Yes, my wallet feels that every time.
And we also have convenient and inconvenient. If something is easy to use or it saves you time, it's convenient. If it's difficult or takes too long, it's inconvenient.
So the metro is usually convenient, but if it's delayed or crowded, it can feel inconvenient too.
Exactly. And reliable and unreliable are similar. Reliable means you can trust it to arrive on time. Unreliable means it's not predictable.
Yes, today the bus was definitely unreliable.
Now, let's also talk about phrasal verbs we use with transportation.
Yes, I always get confused with these.
Not to worry, we'll go slowly and naturally. For example, when you get on a bus or train, it means you enter it. When you get off, it means you leave it.
So I get on the bus in the morning and get off at my stop.
Exactly. And for cars or taxis, we say get in and get out of. I got in the taxi, I got out of the car.
Yes, easy to remember.
Other useful ones, pick up to collect someone. Can you pick me up from the station? Drop off, leave someone somewhere. I'll drop her off at school.
Yes. And then there's head to, like going somewhere. I'm heading to the studio now.
Perfect. And set off means starting a journey. We set off early in the morning.
And finally, run out of fuel. Oh, yes. Scary if that happens.
Yes, it means the car has no petrol or gas. Oh no, we ran out of fuel.
I hope that never happens to our listeners.
Wow, today we really talked about a lot. We explored buses, trains, metros, taxis, flights, bicycles, ferries, even motorbikes. We shared problems we face while traveling, talked about convenience and prices, and learned lots of useful words and phrasal verbs. And now it's your turn, listeners. We want to hear from you.
Yes, so tell us, how do you usually travel every day? Which transport do you like most, and which one do you avoid? And don't forget, comment your answers below. We read all your messages, and sometimes we even share them in the next episode.
That's right. We love reading your experiences. Every comment helps us understand what you enjoy and what you find tricky.
And if you like today's episode, please like and subscribe. It really helps us bring more conversations and tips for learning English.
Yes, keep learning, keep practicing, and most importantly, keep smiling.
Exactly. We'll see you in the next episode. Until then, happy traveling and happy learning.